You are God. Must watch. Yes, let's watch this one. All right, LOZ. It's the only manifestation video we need to watch, so let's watch it.
Watch this back and listen to what I'm saying. And what I'm wanting you to do is take full and complete accountability for what you've created. If you would only hear me, you would understand. I'm not blaming you. I'm not saying it's your fault. I'm teaching you causation. And if you would only get that, there would be no more questions. And everything would change for you. Everything. Let me read to you this fantastic LOZ lesson suggestion, and it's this. When you finally realize circumstances don't matter and start identifying as the new you, is it normal that you no longer worry about everything you once had obsessed over and clung on to, as you know everything always works out for you? In this lesson, I'll teach you how to feel that way, how to stop worrying, how to stop fretting, how to stop wondering where is it, how to stop obsessing over your manifestation, and how to know you are God and no one makes decisions in your reality except for you.
Do you understand how narcissistic it is to believe that you are God? You are not God. If you believe that you are, again, I encourage you to find a good psychologist or psychiatrist. And if you need help finding one, contact me. I'll get on Psychology Today with you. You're not God. But if you think you are, you need a therapist.
So guys, really listen to what that person said. When you finally realize circumstances don't matter. Do you personally, you watching this video, realize that yet? Most of you, unfortunately, don't. And I hate to say that. You can hear manifestation coaches say over and over and over and over and over and over again, circumstances don't matter, circumstances don't matter. And yet, every single time I see a question on one of my lives, in the Q&A forum, in the Subconscious LOZ Squad Facebook group, or the Squad Facebook group, or any number of places where you guys ask me questions, I will see inside that question the circumstance. The circumstance might be the breakup, your specific person, what they said, what they did, what you heard, what you saw, a third party, your money situation, your career situation, something you are mentioning about your 3D reality and how it is, how it was, what they said, what they did, the decision they made, the circumstance you feel is so unchangeable. If you mention it in a question, you are not understanding like this person has, that circumstances don't matter. You might say you understand that, you might think you understand that, you might have watched a million videos and saved them and learnt that circumstances don't matter, and yet you keep fucking mentioning them. And if you mention them, you're not at this person's level yet, and you haven't realised circumstances don't matter. So you won't feel the same feelings they feel, which is this, that you no longer worry about everything you had once obsessed over and clung on to.
Obsessing over things is not healthy. Unless and except you're learning something. Like, for example, you're a musician and you're learning your instrument. Then yes, obsessing over it is how you learn. It's repetition, right? So yes, for a musician or for an artist or a filmmaker, you need to be completely absorbed in what you're doing. But when it comes to love and romance, obsession is dangerous, scary, and not healthy. And what these coaches are talking about 99.9% of the time is love and romance. If you'll notice in the law of assumption community, if you are in the law of assumption community, you know this. And if you do not know this, then let me shine a light on it for you. These coaches, when they are asked questions about anything else, there are times people ask them how to manifest money or their dream vacation or a house or a raise or anything other than a human being. And they'll always say the same thing.
Well, I'm going to focus on SP because that's what the majority of my people want.
And
just apply the SP tactics to anything else because it works. And it applies to everything else.
And that's what they say. They are obsessed with the coaches. The coaches are obsessed with the SP content. They are obsessed with encouraging your limerence because that's what's making them money. Do you understand? For them, they're manifesting your money. They don't care whether or not you get results. In fact, when you don't get results and it's not working for you because it doesn't work, it's not real, they get more money because you buy more courses, you buy more coaching. If this actually worked and it was really as simple as they say it is, they wouldn't have a business model. They wouldn't be in business. They wouldn't be making money off you. You wouldn't be spending money on coaching because it would be so easy. It would be working, right? The fact that it's not working should tell you it doesn't work. It doesn't even work for them. They're just lying to you because I guess they got snowed and now they want to snow the next sucker. So they're snowing you. So if you're watching this and you're a fan of them, the coaches, the law of assumption community, the Neville Goddard bullshit, then congratulations, you've been suckered because they think of you as a sucker. I genuinely am not trying to sell you anything. I'm just hoping you open your eyes, wake up, and realize that they're lying to you. This isn't real. It doesn't work. This is not how anything in reality works. And I know that most of the people that are listening to these coaches and believing the law of assumption bullshit are young kids, like teenagers, like middle school to high school to college kids. And the fact that they are like teaching these very dangerous and mentally ill philosophies to young people should be criminal.
You'll still be obsessing over it and clinging to it and worrying about it and being anxious about it and asking fucking inane questions about it. Second part of this question. And when you start identifying as the new you, how many of you can categorically tell me that you are now currently identifying as the new you? Most of you aren't. You know,
the new you. You know what? When my ex-husband tried to murder me, my ex-husband tried to murder me. That's when a new me emerged. A new me emerged when I was lying in a pool of my own blood, wondering if I was going to survive that night or not. And when I did, I changed everything. Everything. I enrolled in film school. I ended up moving across the country. I now make movies, write books. My whole life changed. I did embrace the new me. Does that mean that every single thing I wanted happened? No. Does that mean that I'm
Miserable and stuck in my circumstances?
No. But I will tell you, yes, your circumstances do matter. Absolutely, they matter. You're in the 3D reality. You are in a 3D body. You exist in the 3D world. So the 3D circumstances, although everything in life is fluid, right? Things are always changing and evolving. So just because a circumstance is true today, so for example, today you might be broke and not have a job, but tomorrow you might get that job that you applied for last week, and next week your bank account is full. Okay? So yeah, your circumstances are fluid and they're always changing. But don't listen to these crazy people that are telling you they don't matter. They do matter. If you're handed a restraining order in the 3D and you decide that doesn't matter, that's not real, good luck with that. If you're handed bad, shitty circumstances today, yes, they can change tomorrow, but not because you're sitting there wishing and thinking and affirming and visualizing. Your circumstances change when you take action, and you cannot change another person. You can only change yourself. You can change things about yourself, but it takes time and it takes work. Things don't change overnight. I won't say nothing and I won't say never, but rarely do things change overnight.
You know how I know that? Because the questions are still from the old you, in the old circumstances, from the old fears of the old self and the old thoughts and the old thing that happened. If you were truly the new you, who understood that you are God and you are creating it all.
You're not God. If you believe that, you're a narcissist. She's trying to make you a narcissist. You're not God. You're not God. If you believe you're God, please get a therapist. You're not God. You're not God. You're not God.
The questions you have for me would not, really hear me when I say this, the questions you ask would not exist. What?
She's comical to watch just because of how unhinged she is, but she's also very sad to watch because she's very mentally ill, in my opinion.
If you really got this, if the penny finally fucking dropped for you, that you are God of your reality, and that everything out here is a hologram of what you think of them, the situation, and yourself, a reflection, an illusory reflection of what you once or are currently thinking, then you wouldn't ask any more questions. There would be no more questions because you'd get this.
I get it. I get it. Get that you're batshit crazy, Lauren. I get it. I totally get it. 100%.
So if you are still asking a fucking question, don't then tell me that you are the new you. I don't fucking buy it. I call complete and utter bullshit.
This is the thing she does throughout this video.
Bullshit! 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 Bullshit!
I swear she does that like 20 times throughout this video. It's so fucking funny. Like, how do you take this woman seriously? How does she take herself seriously? She's a fucking comedian. This is comedy. Comedy gold. You can't take this seriously. This is a character.
Bullshit! Bullshit! Bullshit!
I know circumstances don't matter. Oh, but you keep talking about them to your friends, to me, in the question, to coaches. You go from video to video, searching third parties, searching breakup, searching manifest back your specific person. They are circumstances. Are you searching for them, asking about them, watching stuff about them, talking to your friends about it? That's you not getting that the circumstance you're talking about doesn't fucking matter.
Your circumstance does matter. 100% it does matter. If the person that you're in love with is dating someone else and you decide that doesn't matter and you start acting unhinged, that's on you. You understand these coaches, they don't deal with the consequences in your 3D reality. You do. So your circumstances matter, and there are consequences that will happen if you ignore them.
But I do know circumstances don't matter. Bullshit.
Bullshit!
Is it normal that you no longer worry about everything you had once obsessed over and clung onto? If you are worrying and obsessing over it and clinging onto it, is that when you ask questions about it? Yes. And just know everything always works out for you. Do you, person watching this video, know that everything works out for you? No, you fucking don't. You know how I know that? Because you're in here asking fucking questions about it. And if you knew in the depths of your being that everything would work out, you wouldn't even ask the damn question. In fact, you probably would not be here for anything other than entertainment purposes to watch me rant and yell because you find me funny or some shit.
So you realize, like, you hear her, right? You hear what she's saying. Do you realize that she's a character? She's playing a role. She literally just said,
You're watching me for entertainment purposes.
so she knows she's conning you. For those who she's conning that actually believe her bullshit. And she knows the rest of the people are just watching her for entertainment because she's a fucking joke. And she is a joke. You can't take this person seriously. She's mentally ill or she's a con artist. She's not legit a spiritual person. She doesn't actually know about psychology and the subconscious mind. She just pretends that she does and talks a bunch of bullshit and word salad at you guys. This woman is unhinged, and whether she's playing a character or it's real, what's disturbing is there are people that actually listen to her, that actually believe her bullshit, whether she does or not, and they're being led down a dangerous path. They are attempting to end their lives or are ending their lives, and she doesn't give a shit, and that's exactly why I do give a shit. That is exactly why I'm not going to stop. If you want me to help you get over somebody who has told you to fuck off and served you a restraining order and blocked you and wants nothing to do with you, I will be glad to help you get over that person. But if you come to me as a client and you want me to encourage this bullshit, this delusional thinking, it's not going to happen. Not gonna happen. I won't even take you on as a client.
And now there are people fucking well asking questions about circumstances whilst I'm talking and saying this in the lesson. Can you believe it, guys? My mind is fucking blown. So I am literally going to read some of this absolute bullshit that's coming up on my TikTok right now and teach you motherfuckers who aren't listening to the absolute gold that's spewing out of my mouth that would teach you everything you need to fucking learn if only you would open your fucking ears and stop fucking typing about your circumstances. Oh.
That was a completely unhinged rant. That was completely unhinged. Did you hear what she just said? Go back and watch that again. That is an unhinged, mentally unstable person that you should definitely not be taking any advice from whatsoever. And there's no pure gold coming out of her mouth, it's just garbage.
Oh my fucking God. Be ready to be fucking embarrassed.
Ooh, be ready, because here comes LOZ with her anger. You better be ready. Be scared.
LOZ, how do I and I'm just reading this for the third time. This is the third time this fucker posted this. LOZ, how do
And she's calling her audience and her fans and her followers fuckers and motherfuckers. And like, do you hear the way she's talking to you, her followers? You want to give her money? Why? To abuse you? To be in an abusive relationship? Because that's all you're getting with this. All you're getting with her is to be verbally assaulted and abused and victim blamed and gaslit. And if that's what you're into, by all means, have at it. But if you're trying to actually, like, accomplish your goals and have a happy life and find love, she ain't it. I'm going to go back to some Reddit threads here about our lovely, lovely LOZ. The obnoxious subconscious LOZ and her potential to harm rather than help people. I used to subscribe to LOZ's newsletters several months ago. I wasted my money on a couple of her courses, which didn't help me and were ridiculously overpriced. I logged into the email account, had it checked in a while, and it was filled with her unopened newsletters. I opened some of them and read them. I can't believe I used to subscribe to this rubbish. Here are my thoughts. 1. Is she personality disordered? Either she is deliberately playing a mean girl role, she's an actress, in order to get people's attention and make more money, or she's got a personality problem. What's with all the caps, red-faced shouting, huffing and puffing and screeching? 2. Why doesn't she ever talk about her SP? She's teaching people to manifest an SP. Where is he? Someone mentioned in a thread way back that it didn't work out with him and he was a narcissist. How is this not a credibility issue? I wouldn't see a nutritionist who was morbidly obese, just as I wouldn't buy from someone who had never manifested an SP or wasn't able to keep him because he's a narcissist, or maybe because he got tired of the screeching. I don't want to waste my money on someone who doesn't know what they're talking about. 3. Full of swear words and offensive language, like you're a R word. 4. Why is her stuff so expensive and repetitive? She has several courses helping people to manifest stuff, and then she makes a separate course on Neville's techniques. That's already included in the other courses. I paid $99 for a short, basic PDF and felt cheated. That was the last thing I ever bought from her. And here's another post. Subconscious LOZ. When she first came out several years ago, I really enjoyed her content. Slowly, she started to become mean, screaming at people on her lives, telling people if they had an issue with her shouting, it was a self-concept issue. After a while, I couldn't take how rude she was when speaking to people, so I left and her fans to their own devices. I guess there was a typo there. Today, she was on live on my TikTok, and I thought, hey, it's been a while, she might have changed. Questions are flooding in, and she proceeds to say,
I don't answer questions on these lives anymore. You'll have to go to the group because you fuckers don't listen.
I was floored because new people find the law every day and just need a little help, a little reassurance, and patience. There was another instance where she was making fun of the eating of grapes under the table. I remember thinking it was a cultural tradition, and if they believed it will work, then according to the law of assumption, it will manifest. So there you go. LOZ is a mean girl, and people who watch her videos and content, they see that.
LOZ, how do you manifest reconciliation after you betrayed? You wouldn't hear me, and you wouldn't even compute what I just fucking said. Because you have an inability to comprehend any kind of teaching because you're in a state of panic right now and you've repeated your question 5 fucking times, or 3 times, or 2 times, however many times. You aren't listening, so what's the point of me answering you? I joined later. No, you fucking didn't. Between your first question and your next question, I went on a fucking rant and you weren't listening. Are you deaf? You aren't.
And now she's trying to insult you.
Are you deaf?
Or is she trying to insult deaf people by insinuating that you're not as intelligent as she expects you to be because you can't hear her? Are deaf people not intelligent? They could read captions. They can still read what you're saying.
Because you just heard everything I said. So you aren't listening. You're not deaf. Don't give me the excuse that you join later. You're full of shit. Bullshit.
Bullshit! Bullshit!
So why would I personally, as a coach who transforms people's lives daily,
Bullshit!
I'm going to call
Bullshit!
to her.
Changing people's lives every day.
No, you don't. Shut up.
bother with a person who has an inability to comprehend the lesson I'm trying to give? And I'm not trying to be mean to you or pick on you, but you literally just did it whilst I was saying, don't, and I repeat, don't, type your questions here, and if you do, I will pick on you.
We're going to skip ahead a little bit.
Whatever you believe to be true will be true.
Okay, again, that's not true, because you might have a belief that something's true. Like, okay, I know so many people who believed, no matter what, that Kamala Harris was going to win. And guess what? That didn't happen. So, liar.
Liar, 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 LOZ is a liar, 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 liar.
But the whole story in the Bible is Jesus looks at his followers, at his disciples, the people who most loved Jesus. Then you're hanging up there on the cross and you're going, they forsook me, he betrayed me, they hurt me. And you've got to be like Jesus and go, oh, fuck me sideways. I did that, didn't I? Forgive them, Lord. They know not what they do. Because I fucking thought that, didn't I? I thought they'd forsake me, and Judas fucking forsook me and dobbed me in. I thought my specific person would betray me, and here I am being cheated on. Jesus Christ, I'm just like him. Jesus, I mean. You are Jesus, guys. You are the person in the story. He's trying to tell you that's you. And how does Jesus change it? How does Jesus change the situation? He has to literally become a new Jesus. Oh, Jesus Christ, he thinks to himself while he's hanging up there. So when I die, I'm going to resurrect myself as a new Jesus. And this new Jesus isn't going to have these shitty thoughts. This new Jesus is going to believe that I am God and I am powerful and no one's going to forsake me. That'll work. He goes away and he comes back resurrected. That's what you fuckers need to do.
You need to be Jesus, that's right. You need to get nailed to a cross and get resurrected.
Shut up.
Throw away the old Jesus thoughts and come out as a new Jesus. Throw away the old thoughts that they're going to betray you and come out with a story that they're really trustworthy and they love you and they would never do anything to you. Bing! Resurrection. That's what I'm fucking trying to teach you, dickheads. Some of you aren't hearing me, and I don't mean to call people dickheads, but like, guys, do you not get this?
She literally just called you guys dickheads. Did you hear that? She called you dickheads. She called you a dickhead.
Like, I can talk till I'm blue in the face. But until you really want to learn this, like, you really want to accept it,
you don't want to accept this. It's pure delusion.
like her. And then that coach will be like, oh, yeah, she's horrible. She's a bully. Do this technique. Buy my ebook. And you'll fucking go from coach to coach and pay for all the coaching and pay some asshole $4,000 to manifest for you. And then one day,
don't pay this asshole $4,000.
hopefully you'll get that all I was trying to teach you was you didn't need those fuckers. You didn't need that ebook. You just needed to get, I am the only cause.
What a mouth on her. She literally just called you guys dickheads and then assholes. She's calling the other coaches assholes and then fuckers. Like, why is anyone giving her money? Do you hear her? She doesn't respect you. She literally just wants your money. She doesn't respect you. She doesn't respect her colleague coaches. I mean, I don't respect her colleague coaches either, but they're not my colleagues.
I'm causing it. Resurrect myself and everything will change. Become the new me and everything will be different.
Right.
Think new thoughts and they will be different.
No, that actually does hold merit. And I can tell you, the me that I was when I was married to my husband and the me that I am now think totally different thoughts. And changing my mental state was key in all of that. So that's the problem I have with this community is they do take a kernel of truth, and then they explode it into something that is completely nonsensical. And that's what I have a problem with. That's what I have a big, huge fucking problem with.
Oh my God, I didn't need to pay $4,000 for that charlatan coach. I just needed to.
She's a charlatan coach. What?
Get that, Loz? I created my TikTok this January 4 years ago. That's all I've been saying in many different ways for almost 4 fucking years.
So when the pandemic hit, she decided she needed a grift. She found one. She found a bunch of suckers. Well, stop letting her grift continue. Stop being a sucker. Stop sucking her teat. Stop giving her money. She's a bully. She's nasty. She's clearly unhinged, mentally unstable, calls you guys dickheads, assholes, fuckers. I mean, what kind of nasty person is this?
I need your patience. But you sell courses because you fuckers think your circumstances matter. Don't you get it?
Your circumstances do matter. 100%. Your circumstances matter. Like I said before, they will change. Circumstances are fluid. Life is fluid. But they matter. And if you choose to ignore that, well, good luck to you.
I'm selling you courses about your circumstances because you don't get this yet. The one course you need is this.
Because she's trying to make money off you. She's selling you courses because she's a grifter making money off you. I really hope I'm helping to make that clear.
But you guys think you need the course about your circumstances. You need the course about your inner child. You need the course, I don't have a course about inner child. You need your course about self-concept. And you need your course about getting them back. And you need the course about money. And you need the course about business. And you need the course about your body. And you... Getting it yet? The only way I can get through some of your thick skulls is to give you a course about the thing you think is so important. Because you're not getting it yet. You're just not getting it. Now, having said all of that, the reason I have assessments in my self-concept course and Worthy as Fuck for Love course is, once you get you're the only cause, a lot of you still can't stop the subconscious thoughts that are still running. So that's why I do courses. You understand? So you can fundamentally get this and know that you are God and you create your reality, but
you're not God and you don't create reality.
What I visualized, exactly what I thought about, exactly. No,
I'm
this
skipping
still
ahead because
runs
I
in
can't
me.
deal with her. I can't listen to her for a whole lot longer, so we're jumping ahead.
Get it or not, I will still buy your courses. Thank you. What you believe will be. Really get it, guys. If you could just watch this video over and over and just hear.
Don't do that. Don't give her money. Don't give her more likes and views.
Every different version of the way I'm saying this. That you are God, that you are the operative power, that what you believe will be, that they aren't making their own decisions, that they have no free will, that everything is your reflection, that they are simply holograms of what you believe to be true.
People are not holograms of what you believe to be true. People are real. If you think I am a hologram reflection of your thoughts, please get a therapist. If you need help finding one, contact me. I will help you.
You wouldn't need me anymore.
You don't need her. You never did need her. You don't need her. She needs you to need her, but you don't need her, and you never did.
But you'll still ask questions. That's why I investigate why you're asking all the questions. That's why I investigate what's still going on back here in my courses, especially in my assessments in a Kick-Ass You and Worthy as Fuck for Love. Because I know you guys still have this running. This bastard back here, this subconscious mind.
Your subconscious mind is not a bastard. Your subconscious mind was programmed between the ages of 0 to 7. So whatever was happening in your life from 0 to 7, especially things that had a strong emotional impact on you, are responsible for your subconscious program, your beliefs, your thoughts, your feelings, and who you are as a person. And yes, that stuff can change beyond the age of 7. You can be reprogrammed. I'm a hypnotherapist. This is all that I do with regards to that work, okay? That's what we do. It's all about the subconscious programming. And the more I listened to these people talking, the more angry I got because I realized these people are charlatans, all of them. They don't know actually how the subconscious works. And this one is the only one pretending like she actually does, but she's so full of shit. So full of shit. Please don't listen to her. If you want to understand your subconscious and your limiting beliefs and your inner child stuff, which is actually real stuff that she's trying to capitalize on, get a hold of either a real therapist, an LMFT, or a psychologist who specializes in this, or a hypnotherapist who specializes in this. Because there are many, I have many colleagues, and I myself work in this, and I have many colleagues I can refer you to that do legitimate work that's not overnight. It's not about manifestation. It's about working through whatever issues are haunting you. Because as a hypnotherapist, I will tell you, most of my clients are adults that are healing from some sort of childhood something or other. Okay? So many of my clients are adults that are healing from something in some childhood wound. So yeah, there's stuff that happens that we need to address as adults, stuff that doesn't come back up until we're adults, or that we don't understand or look at in a certain way because now we're adults, so we think differently and we process it differently. But this person, subconscious laws, Laura, whatever, does not know, Laura, whatever her fucking name is, does not know what she's talking about. Neither does Manifesting with Kimberly or Kim Velez, allegedly in my opinion, because I've listened to what they say. And I've also studied this and worked in this in this field of subconscious programming for the last 6-7 years of my life. That's what my whole world has been. That's what I study. That's what I do. And law of assumption and law of attraction have no part in anything related to the work that I do. So, no. She doesn't know what she's talking about with your subconscious mind. She's not a hypnotherapist. She's not a therapist. She's not a psychologist. She's a coach, and a very unhinged one at that. So I'm going to stop here. I'm going to end this video here. I don't want to give her any more attention than we already have. I hope that you have realized what an unhinged, unhealthy person she is. And I hope it's helped open some eyes, and I hope you understand how dangerous obsession can be. I hope you understand from the personal examples that I have shared in this video. I can debunk the whole thought process thing of thought transmission, because no, if that was true, my marriage would have been a happily ever after story, and he would never have tried to kill me, because that was nowhere at all in my subconscious programming. Nowhere in my background, nowhere in my history. She's a liar. Okay? She's lying to you. She's straight up lying to you. Subconscious laws is a liar, allegedly, in my opinion, based on everything that I've seen of her and what I know and my experiences. And she's leading you down a very dangerous path. So please, please, please feel free to share this with anybody that is in her squad that you may know of, anybody that is a fan or follower of her or Neville Goddard, because wake the fuck up, people. This doesn't work. You're suffering limerence and you need a therapist. Hypnotherapy might not be the right thing for you. I'm not trying to sell you on my services. I'm just trying to wake you up to the bullshit that she's spewing and all the other coaches in this community. If you like this content, if you want to subscribe, great, go for it, because there will be a lot more. And if you subscribe, you'll get those notifications. And if you just want to check back periodically, feel free to do that. Whatever, I don't really care. I'm not really trying to grow this channel to be something huge and epic. I just hope to open your fucking eyes about these fucking scammers. That's what this entire series is about. So, welcome to the Law of Assumption. Come back for more.